Now, next, the Faraz of Wuzu. What are the Faraz acts of Wuzu? So I've mentioned on Sunday what Faraz is. Faraz is something which you have to do. Okay, the four essential pillars of Wuzu. Without them, the Wuzu will not be valid. To the extent that even if a little speck was not washed of these four uzv, these four body parts, then wuzu will not be valid. Even if it is equivalent to the head of a needle, very small area, it's not washed, it's left dry, wuzu will not be done. So what are the faraiz of wuzu? The first faraz is to wash the face. Now, we can keep it vague, but what does it mean to wash the face? Okay, there are certain boundaries. What falls within the face? Okay, so the answer to this is that the face is from the top of the forehead, which you would usually say from the hairline, so the top of the forehead, to the bottom of the chin. Bottom of the chin. And in terms of width, it would be from the earlobe to the earlobe. So that is what you consider the face. So now once we've learned this, a few masail regarding this matter. Number one, mashallah, many of you are maturing now. Inshallah, very soon you'll be blessed with a beard. So when you have a beard, what do? Do you have to wash the beard? Well, you know, what's the ruling? Because according to the definition of the face we gave, does the beard fall into this definition? Yes, it does. So the answer to this is, if you have a thin beard, meaning the skin underneath can be seen underneath the beard, then it will be necessary for you to wash the skin underneath the beard if you have a thin beard. So to wash the skin under the beard, it will be necessary. But if you have a thick beard, then you don't have to wash the skin underneath. Just washing the beard itself will be sufficient. So remember that. Similarly, your mustache as well, you have a thin mustache, it is necessary to wash the skin underneath. Your eyebrows as well, you have thin eyebrows, to wash the skin underneath. So again, from that we learn that if you have thick eyebrows or a thick mustache, will you have to wash the skin underneath? No. Okay, so if you have thick eyebrows or thick mustache, you will not have to wash the skin underneath. Just washing that hair will be sufficient. Another thing we learn from this is, when we're defining the face, is mayaqi, meaning the corner of the eye that is connected to the nose, this pink area, the small pink area. When we say the face, the definition we've given, this also is included in the face. And this area is known, or is called, as the caruncle. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's spelled as car-uncle. So however you pronounce it, caruncle, that is what it's called. Small pink area in the corner of your eyes. It'll be necessary to wash that area as well. Okay? Yes, right in the, that's the corner, more inside the eye, the pink bit. The pink, yes, the pink bit inside the eye. The corner. So it'll be necessary to wash that. You know, when you go to sleep and you wake up, sometimes you have white mucus or white gunk, or you call it sleep crust, in that corner of the eye. So when you wake up for Fajr, or when you wake up in the morning, so it's necessary to wash that area to remove that white gunk. Usually that white gunk isn't very thick, so as long as you wash that area, it'll be removed straight away, it'll go straight away. If it's left there, it's actually a sign that you've not washed that area properly. Or if you wash over it, because it's thin, usually water will penetrate it, and that area will still be washed, even if sometimes the gunk is still left. As long as you've washed it properly, it's not too thick. So the water will penetrate it because it's thin. So to wash the corner of the eyes is necessary. Now, according to the definition of the face we gave, the eyes, are they included? Why not? The inside of the eyes, are they included in the definition of the face we give? Yes or no? Yes, so according to the definition we gave, we said from earlobe to earlobe, top of the forehead to the chin, the eyes technically are included in that definition of the face. However, are they included in wuzu? So no, the answer is no. You don't have to wash the inside of the eyes for wuzu to be valid. So for example, a person puts surma on, some people put surma on Fridays. Will it be necessary when they do wuzu again? Will it be necessary to remove that surma for the wuzu to be valid? So no, you don't have to remove that surma for the wuzu to be valid, because washing the inside of the eyes is not necessary. Yes, if the surma got to the pink small bit, which we said karunkul, then you will have to wash that area at least. But washing the inside of the eyes is not necessary. I think we've covered all of that in the face. A few questions, I know this isn't related to wuzu, but whilst we're on the face, a few questions that were asked on Sunday. So, number one, this is about the removal of hairs on the face. Number one is, on Sunday we mentioned that cutting the beard isn't allowed. So a question was asked, what if it grows very big, can you cut it? So the answer to this is yes, it will be permissible to cut the beard if it exceeds one fist. So you will get your own hand, and whatever is extra, so you can see for me here, this is extra, you can cut that bit off. And this isn't limited to the hair that's under the chin, the central beard. No. Some people think this is only limited to the central area, and then when they want to cut from the side, they cut. However, no, even when you're doing from the side of the beard as well, again, you check one fist, and whatever's extra, you can cut off. So you check your sides as well. So it's not just the center of the beard, the side as well. We mentioned that on Sunday, that you can cut underneath the chin and between the throat, as long as it's not on the jawbone area. So that bit you can cut off. So that you don't even have to look if it's a fist or not, even though I did mention that the scholars say it's not recommended to remove that hair. Number two, so that was one, the beard. The second is the corners of the mustache. What is the ruling of that corners of the mustache? Sometimes it goes beyond this, slightly beyond the bottom lip it extends. So the answer is that the corners of the mustache, they are part of the mustache. They're not included as part of the beard. So to remove the corners of the mustache is allowed. However, if you look at my mustache, not everybody has same mustache. Some people's mustache is only up to there. You'll see mine, it's like a mustache and it connects straight to my beard. So there's this extra bit here. Now this bit here is actually, it's not my mustache. It goes from the beard. It grows from the beard hair. It's on the jawbone. So that the mustache stops like here, and this is a separate hair. So to remove that hair is not permissible, because that's from the beard, the little side. So you'll see there's a point where the mustache finishes, and this is a separate hair. So that hair, because it's on the jawbone, that's part of the beard. And number three is the removal of this hair that's under the bottom lip and between the chin. Can you remove this hair here? So this hair, in Arabic, it is known as anfaqa. Anfaqa. The hair beneath the bottom lip, known as anfaqa. And this hair, the scholars have ruled it to be part of the beard also. So to remove that hair, this main bit, and on the right and left to it, that is all part of the beard. The scholars do say though, if the bits on the right and the left, they cause a problem whilst eating, meaning the hairs are going into your mouth or something like that, then you can cut them. But this main bit and faqa, you're not allowed to cut. Even on the right and left, you're not meant to cut it as well. That's part of your beard. So I think apart from that, everything else we covered on Sunday. The eyebrows, the cheeks as well, we said. Even though maybe one thing I forgot to mention regarding the cheeks on Sunday is we did say that you are allowed to pluck or shave it. I don't know if I mentioned it on Sunday or not, but it's وَإِن كَرِهَ الْفُقَهَاءُ أَخْذَهَا, that the fuqaha, some jurists have still said that it is disliked to pluck or shave the hair on the cheeks. Why? Because they say if you do it with a blade, then it will cause like a rough effect on your face. So somebody looks at your face, it'll be very rough. Those people that have been doing it for a long time, it looks like they've got black head, they've got holes in their cheeks. So that is one reason. And if you're plucking it, then the scholars have said this will lead to the weakness of your eyes. It weakens your eyes. So it's better not to remove hair on the cheeks. Some have said, like Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri Rahmatullah alayhi, this is what he says, what he writes, that some of the scholars have said if he's plucking, then it'll cause your eyes to weaken, and if you shave, then it'll cause that rough effect. But either way, it will be permissible, you won't be sinful. Now obviously nowadays there's like laser treatment, so if you can bear that, that will hopefully, it's not going to cause the rough effect, and hopefully it's not going to weaken your eyes either. So maybe that's the best way to go about it, but it's allowed the bit on the cheek that's not on the jawbone. So that was the first faraz of wuzu, washing the face. Any questions about this? No? Okay, that's fine. Number 2 is the second faraz is washing of both arms, including the elbows. Now when we say arms, so many people get confused and they think it's from the wrists. The arms generally is this bit here, so they think it's just from the wrist. Okay, yes, they understood it's including the elbows, but no, the actual hands are included as well in the necessity. So from the fingertips to the elbows, including the elbows, it is necessary to wash that area. Now, one thing to remember is that it is necessary for water to reach inside the nails also. So, like people will ask, sometimes we get dirt, some little black dirt in our nails. Sometimes we're doing gardening, even if we had gloves on, but soil still somehow gets inside our nails. Will that prevent wuzu from being valid? So the answer is, such dirt, the normal little black dirt that you get inside, soil, etc., this does not prevent wuzu from being valid, because water can still penetrate that dirt. That dirt is not thick enough for water not to penetrate it. So water will still reach inside. So the wuzu will be valid. However, if the dirt that was inside your nails was excessive, or it was so thick that it prevented wuzu from prevented water from penetrating and entering inside the nails, then wuzu will not be valid. So the example the fuqaha give of ajeen, meaning like dough, or for example we can think now is like glue. So you have glue on that area, extremely thick, stops water from entering, then wuzu will not be valid. But normal little dirt, water usually penetrates that area. But if you're in that scenario, don't think, okay, that's fine, try and remove that dirt first. And sometimes we let our nails grow so long that it covers, and it's extremely hard for water to enter that area. So that's why we should cut our nails on a regular basis. Another thing that's just come to mind about washing the face, even though it's not applicable to you guys, but mashallah, you're all prime and ready to get married in 1 or 2 years, inshallah, is when you're married and your wife puts lipstick on. Okay, so from the definition of the face, we said that the lips, the scholars have said that the bit when your lips meet, meaning the outer lips, that is also necessary to wash. So women that put lipstick on, if that lipstick is not is like waterproof, so meaning it'll stop water from getting to the lips. Some lipstick, it doesn't matter, water will still go through. I think it's called permeable. So if the water will get to the lips, then it's fine. But if it's such lipstick that water can't get to the lips, then removing that lipstick is necessary. So that was one extra thing. So we said washing the arms, so the elbows are included, and we've said the ruling about the nails. The third faraz is masah. So where you're just wiping, you get wet hands and you wipe over your head, and then you'll bring your hands back to the front again. So washing 1/4 of the head is faraz. So, but you shouldn't limit yourself to just washing 1/4. You shouldn't just go top of the head, okay, that's 1/4. The sunnah is to wash the entire head, and like I say, you bring your hands back to the front. So that is 1/4 masa, that is faraz. And lastly is the feet, again from the finger tips, if you want to say, to the ankles, including the ankles. Now, a masla, somebody might ask, is if any of these areas are wounded in a manner where putting water over that area is harmful. What will you do in that area? What will you do in that? But if it's extremely painful or the doctors have advised not to put water over that area, what do you do? So the area which can be washed. So for example, you have the wound more towards your toes, etc. So you'll wash the area towards your ankles and whatever you can wash, you will wash with water, and the harmful area you will do masah over. And if you can't even do masah on it, so the doctors have said don't even put any wet fingers on it, meaning nothing wet should approach that area or should reach that area, wetness should not touch that area, then you will not even do masah. Masah will be forgiven of that area in that scenario as well. So they are the fara'is of wuzu. Make sure you remember them. And another thing to remember is sometimes if you're in the case where you are in a rush. So for example, you woke up for Fajr, there's only 7 minutes left. And if you did full wuzu with all the sunnats, we're going to talk about the sunnats now, but if you did full wuzu, by the time you get out, you're not going to have time to read your faraz namaz. Then the scholars have said in that scenario, you can just do act upon the farais. So you'll wash your face, hands, masa, and your feet. You don't have to do the sunnat actions, because we've said that these are the pillars of wuzu to be valid. But on a day-to-day situation, you can't, you shouldn't, you'll be sinful if you keep doing that for no reason. Ji. Yeah, then obviously you can just act upon the fara'is. If you don't have enough water, it shouldn't really be a problem these days.